Hi, I'm Sproins, and this is Caves of Qud, and the spring molting update is now live. And I thought that would be the perfect time for a brand new playthrough. I've always kind of wanted to do a playthrough where I can just get real deep in the game, a kind of character that can pretty much do it all. Achievement hunt, do all the crazy in-game stuff that this game has to offer. And so that is going to be this build and this playthrough. And I want this to kind of be a mix between a tutorial and a learning experience for myself. I will try to explain what I'm doing in a beginner-friendly way, especially near the start. But as we get deeper and into more unknown territory, it'll be more of us learning together. So this should be a nice, really slow burn, long playthrough. I really hope you enjoy. I'm very excited. So let's get started. Let's create a new character here. We are going to play on roleplay. That will allow us to make saves, to make mistakes, and to learn from those mistakes and continue on. And we're going to make a new character here. And I'm going to play as a Truekin, which means we won't get access to mutations, at least not for a while. There are some very complicated ways to get mutations as a Truekin. And hopefully that'll be something, another one of those in-game goals. But for now, we're going to be a Truekin. And I think I'm just going to try to make the build that I tried last time work, because I really want to explore this kind of build. Meaning we're going to go long blade, main hand, short blade, offhand. Just because I feel like everything else, I think axes is if there were a meta, I guess it would be probably axes, like an axe marauder mutant. And I think Truekin in general just don't get enough love. I really like Truekin builds. So I'm going to again pick this character, same as I did in the last playthrough that I did. Uh, and that is because it has the +3 agility. And it's great that we start with the multi-weapon fighting and the expertise. And the +2 to saves versus bleeding, I'm not sure if you can get that otherwise. It's nice to have, it really is. But that +3 agility, that's really the main thing that we want. So this is going to be our character. And then as for attributes, so we are going to be scaling everything off agility. Short blades, long blades, scale off of agility, and also we're going to be a dodge value based build, or at least leaning more into dodge value. We want to get everything up, I think, to at least 17. And those little modifiers in green, the little numbers underneath, those are our modifiers. Modifiers are great for all kinds of stuff. They factor in a lot of the damage and outcome rolls. This is a very RNG heavy game. And we do want strength. We do want a bit of strength, but agility, I want to get that like high. Want a little bit of intelligence too. 19 is probably okay. A little bit of toughness. Willpower and ego I'm not as concerned about. There are ways to boost ego. Ego is somewhat important, but more important for, I guess, if you were playing a mental mutation type character, or a like a water baron or something like that. So these two aren't nearly as important. We do want a bit of intelligence so we can get access to some skills. This last one, we have 2 points remaining. I'm honestly thinking of doing another agility. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that strength isn't important at all, but it's just not as important. So yeah, we're just gonna go crazy high agility. And everything else is so-so. I'm going to pick my favorites, which is optical techno scanner. So this isn't every cybernetic in the game. There are a lot more that you can find within the game. This is just some stuff that you can start with. There's some really good stuff here. +2 DV would be excellent for this build. There's stuff for if you want to go heavy in guns. I just really like optical techno scanner because it automatically identifies artifacts, which I really like early game. So this is going to be our character. And for the name, I'm just going to hit R a few times. Zake. I think it's like a die, like a you would pronounce it Zaki, like Japanese, whatever that's called. Alariki. I almost like that. Just don't want something that's like super weird. Amakan Ku. I actually do like that. Amakan Ku. That's going to be us. And now, normally, I like to start in the Salt Dunes village because you can learn fasting wave from the villagers. But because this is more of a kind of tutorial type playthrough, I guess I'll start with Joppa, which, as it says right there in the description, is recommended for new players, and it's a way to show off the new Joppa rework that is part of the spring molting update. So that's going to be our character. That's going to be our starting location. Let's load the world up here. And then the first thing that I like to do is have an auto explore. So I'm going to press 0 on the number pad. And the character will automatically go around and look at all the important points of interest. Painted stuff will give you pieces of lore. You can also learn locations of historic sites. This in particular, this is Reshef. And lore about Reshef is very good because it can be exchanged for XP when you get to the 6-day stilt, which we will get to at some point. There's a shrine to Reshef. So we already, off the bat, got 2 Reshef lores, which is really good. There's just a random piece of lore from another sultan. And that will also bring up all these points of interest. So I bring that up with the backspace. And by the way, it's very snappy for me. If you go to your options and you go to your automation, maximum auto move squares per second and auto attack actions per second. So if you auto explore and you're not going as fast as my character is here, you can change that option, and I think it's dependent just on, I guess, your processor or your system as a whole, whatever. But I feel like it's a lot snappier too. It's much faster than it was before the spring molting update. So that's really cool. Anyway, hit backspace to bring up this little box with all of the points of interest. And I like to go just down the line one by one to all the important things. First, you want to talk to Argive. And Argive will give you a quest, which we will take. And I will say, if this is your first time playing, maybe try not to rush through things like I'm doing here. One of the first things that I did when I started playing this game was I talked to everyone. I looked at everything. You can hold L and you can look, and I mean everything, like even the walls. Sheet metal is locked in diamond pattern and welded to enclose. The surface is scorched and scratched in sections. And that's just from a rusted metal wall. I mean, there's literally like there's so much really cool stuff to read and to just take in this game. That's one of the charms of this game. That's one of the things that really drew me in. So yeah, just really take everything in your first few times playing. Anyway, so he gave us a quest, and that quest is to show him an artifact. Now, Truekin characters, like we started with here, by default typically have a few artifacts, and you can bring up this page with either I or E. And it looks like we have a grenade. I'm going to remove that because I know grenades are valid artifacts that you can give Argive. We also start with these tonics. You can give these to him too. However, these are a bit more important, and they sell really well as well. So I'm going to hold on to them, and I'm going to give him a knickknack. I'm going to give him this grenade, and he will ask for another one, another knickknack. So I'm going to I'm going to give him this other grenade. And there we start off with a little bit of experience, and he will give us another quest. And then he will let us take some stuff from his workshop. Now we have access to his stuff, so I'm going to take all these. And let's see what else. I'm still kind of new to this whole... There's an electric generator. There's nothing on that. Okay. So it looks like he only has the one thing. I think sometimes stuff can spawn in this little desk. Or the metal workbench, I guess. But yeah, when you auto-explore, if there's any chests that are not owned by you, the character will not try to auto-loot it. It'll pass it up. Anyway. Some might say this is optional. I would say this is one of the most important things you can do when starting a Joppa build. Or a Joppa run. Next we want to talk to Elder Iridad. And Iridad here doesn't give a quest. However, Iridad can be water bonded with. And take a look at Iridad. I hit L. And we can see the reputation that Iridad has. So, by default, I don't think you can see this. I think this is a, hold on. Not really sure where it would be. Rep? Yeah, debug. So it's a debug setting. Show current reputation with factions while looking at creatures that give reputation. Alternatively, you can hit Control F and scroll down. You can even search within this. So if I wanted to know, I guess, Joppa rep. Tell me the villagers of Joppa. I have minus 140 reputation. Reputation has a bit of different uses here and there. You can use it to make trades. You can use it to recruit peoples within a certain faction. But in general, higher rep is better. It can make some enemies that are otherwise hostile be friendly to you and not attack you. Which is, of course, really good as well. But I like to just have it, when I hit L, it shows right next to that. So that's my reputation with Joppa. It's negative 140. And then hated by Snapjaw. So if I were to perform the water ritual, I would get positive rep from Joppa because the villagers love the Elder. I would get negative rep from Snapjaws because they hate the Elder. So kind of the bonds that you form can influence the reputation you have with other factions. I kind of want to try to get Snapjaw rep positive to where they don't attack me on sight. And I don't care much about Joppa rep. So I'm not going to water bond with Elder Iridad. I will, however, go talk to his daughter, which is a new NPC. And I'm not going to buy the Witchwood Bark yet because I want to see what the trader has first. But anyway, next we can talk to Mamet. Mamet has a quest for us. Mamet wants us to go to Red Rock. And then loved by Joppa, hated by a random village. Again, I don't want Joppa rep. So maybe if it was loved by the random village, I would probably take it. But yeah, there's no reason to take Mamet's rep. And then I will talk to the warden. This is a new warden. Urame? Weird centaur girl? Whatever you want to call it. We will take a look. Admired by Joppa and loved by wardens. So warden rep is really, really good to have. If you can get wardens to join you through reputation, they're usually extremely high level and they make really good companions. So I try to get warden rep whenever I can, and the fact that I don't have to take any negative rep to get this warden rep is definitely a plus. So we're going to perform the water ritual. Now, see, we can't recruit the warden here. It usually costs a lot of reputation to get them to follow you. But that's okay. It's okay. See, we did all that, and we're still at -50. So they start out, not liking you very much, and then I think that's really all as far as quest givers. There is the Watervine Farmer and Mechanist Convert. So this is also a change from the spring molting update. They used to be called the Zealot of the 6-Day Stilt. You will find one of these. So Joppa is not a randomly generated village. When you choose the village that you want to start in, all the other choices are randomly generated. This village and its NPCs are not. So there will always be a Watervine Farmer and Mechanist Convert in Joppa. And in the other villages, they might not be a Watervine Farmer, but there should always be a Mechanist Convert. It might be a Cannibal Mechanist Convert. It could be a Snapjaw Mechanist Convert. It really could be anything, honestly. But you definitely want to talk to the Mechanist Convert because they will give you the 6-Day Stilt quest. And it's free XP just for going to the 6-Day Stilt. And you're definitely going to want to go there. And they give you a random piece of junk too. So, yeah. So now that we have that, last thing really that I need to do is, well, second to last thing. We are going to sneak in this building, close the door behind us. Now, this isn't owned by us, so if anyone sees us taking this, they will get mad, but we will take this. And whenever you take something, turns are passing outside. So somebody could open this door and be attacking you. I was a little scared because I did see somebody kind of walking this way, but it's like they walked the other way. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything really there. That water skin that was empty. Yeah, we can't really take from this one. Because not only is this guy here, but there's windows and, yeah, just a bad idea. This building too. RIP, easy money. So now we will talk to the trader. And these guys, sometimes they can have really good stuff. This guy has two very, very, very good things that I really want, but I almost definitely can't afford them. So let's see here. 14, I don't think so. It looks like even if I sold everything that I have, I wouldn't be able to afford either of those things. But that's no reason to not try. 101 drams. I would love that longsword. 116. So I guess I should explain this. So go to the middle of the screen, down at the very bottom where it says trade. On the right hand side, that's how much all the crap that I've selected is worth. Like, see this copper nugget says it's worth 10. It's a trade good, which means that it will always have 10 as its value. That's why that 10 is in gold instead of blue. The other stuff that is blue, that can be affected by things like ego and certain skills that you may or may not have. If you have a higher ego, you can sell stuff for more, and stuff is also cheaper for you to buy. Except for things that are considered trade goods. Their prices are unaffected by ego. But yeah, you can see down at the bottom where it says trade on the right hand side, 106 drams. If I remove that, it says 106. If I add it, it says 116. So that's basically what I'm offering, how many drams of water that I'm offering. On their side, it's the same thing. So if I want that, I'm buying 48. And if there's a surplus either way, we'll have to pay the rest with with just water if I have enough. I guess merchants always have the extra water to pony up. But I only have 30 total. So I really want this longsword. Really want both of these, but 157. So I have 116 plus the 30 in my reserve. It's not enough. It's just barely not enough. But I also don't want to leave myself so short that I don't have any water, because in addition to trading, water is also used for not dying. So sadly, and plus, you know, I really don't want to get rid of my salve injectors either. Yeah, as sad as it is, I think we're going to have to skip getting any of that. But it's okay. It is okay. In that case, we'll talk to Nima, and we will purchase the witchwood bark, which I'm sure we'll get a chance to use. I can explain all about that very shortly. So, yep. And we'll take that. And away we go. And then you always want to head north out of here, because there will always be a shrine. Somehow couldn't figure out how to get to it, and it's dark, so I'm gonna by default the control is Shift W to bring up the wait menu, and then you would hit G or scroll down to G. I have it bound to Shift G just so I can skip a button press in between, and then I just tap delete on, or the period key on, the number pad a few times to pass a few turns so daylight can spread. Anyway, look. And then if you just travel north from here, you will get to Red Rock. That's what I'm going to do. And on our way, we are looking for crocs and maybe snapjaws. So there is a croc. Now we do have flurry. And flurry makes an attack with all of our weapons. Our weapons kind of suck, but because we have multi-weapon expertise, we have a 50% chance to hit with our offhand. That's every time we attack. I think flurry guarantees that we make an attack. It doesn't guarantee that we hit, but we at least attempt, I think. Anyway, we did hit with both of our... we hit ×1 for 4 and ×1 for 3. That's actually not bad damage. So we'll hit the croc again. Do gotta be a little careful, but yeah. 75 XP. That's pretty good. Pretty good when you're only level 2. And so we got here. That'll give us a little bit more experience. Now, if we keep going, we'll run into baboons. I don't want to fight baboons just yet. So we're going to make our way this way. I'm going to do a little explore. Alright, that's not what I wanted to see. We can attempt to fight this. Although we don't have a lot of health. In fact, I'm not sure if fighting this guy is a good idea at all, but we'll see. Okay, we're getting kind of lucky with the misses. Although our DV is pretty dang high. Okay, there's another croc. Problem is sometimes the crocs will prioritize glow pads, and glow pads can absolutely wreck the crocs. Alright, nice. Nice, nice. Not sprint. Yeah, glowfish, on the other hand, are a little more squishy. Nice. So at level 3, we get an attribute point, and I think we're actually just going to hold on to it until we have a use for it. I'm going to... let's see. Actually going to look at our skills, see what kind of skills we want. Now I think because we start with multi-weapon expertise, which is really, really good. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's increased by 35. So I believe that brings it up. Oh, we don't want a hammer. No, we want... Well, that's all we have, so I guess we have to use a hammer. Well, never mind then. I really need a dagger. Maybe a Snapjaw can drop one. So Snapjaws... Wow, okay. I do like fighting Snapjaws early because they can drop some decent gear. This one dropped a nano-pneumatic jackhammer, and in case you didn't know, I have a... I'm not sure if this is enabled by default. It might be an option that you have to set, but I have my nearby objects up here, and you can mouse over them. That's something I just recently learned out. I don't know, found out / learn, whatever I was trying to say. I don't know if that's new, if that's a new spring molting update thing, but yeah, you can. What happens if you click them? Nothing. Okay, well that's really cool. Now the nano-pneumatic jackhammer, we're not going to use it, but we can sell it. And then the leather armor is not quite as good as the armor. It has more AV armor value. So the first number here, that's the AV, the armor value. And then the second number is dodge value. You can see our AV is pretty bad, but our dodge value is high. So enemies will miss us a lot, but when they hit, we're not going to reduce much of the actual physical damage. But yeah, I'm going to keep that tunic because I like the DV. And then we're just going to go see if we can take on a few more Snapjaws. I see there's one. Sometimes they blend in with the water vines and the rind stalks. Okay, studded leather armor. He did drop gloves. We don't have any gloves and they don't decrease our DV, so we might as well equip them. And then you can also hold Alt. This will highlight, I guess, entities, non-tile stuff. Red is enemy, green is friend, and white is just other random stuff around the world. So I will press 5 and let them come to me so I can make the first attack. And yeah, Snapjaws die pretty quickly. They can gang up on you if you're not careful. There is a brute. Now, brute could be a little risky. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any missile weapons, as they're called, or projectile weapons. That would be nice to kind of soften him up as he comes toward me. And it looks like he's got friends, so I have to be a little careful. I'm going to let them come to me. I'm going to take this guy out first. Alright, now we're going to flurry. Alright, he's injured. You can see their status down the bottom here. Injured, that's about, so, like, almost halfway. Then we'll just attack. Missing, missing. Now, I do like to take out these little guys because they can be taken out in one hit. Now, if the big guy was like super close to death, like badly wounded, I might risk taking him out first. But say, for example, it would take 2 or 3 rounds, and that's 2 or 3 rounds that we have the little guy also attacking us. So instead, we could take that guy out. Yes, we lose a round in which that we might actually take damage, but at the same time, you know, that's the 2 or 3 rounds that we can spend not getting hit. I hope that makes sense. Leather cap. Let's see. Are we wearing anything on our head? No. So I guess let's actually take the wide-brimmed hat because we're all about DV here. And still no dagger of any kind. No short blade. It's a monkey braid. We will take that. We can sell it. And I don't know where these corpses came from. Oh, they're glowfish corpses. Okay. Bronze dagger. It's better than nothing. We will replace our warhammer. And now we can take... I'm going to take short blade and rush bloodletter. Can we get bloodletter? We can. Perfect. I'm going to run this way and wait till morning. You don't want to be fighting in the dark. All right. Famished. All right. So if you're famished, you can see my quickness is down a little bit. And if I let this guy come near me, now it also depends on their quickness and some other things, but there's a good chance that he'll get the first drop on me. So he didn't, but he very well could have. See if I can... Sometimes it won't let you eat if enemies are too close. It won't let you eat or make camp. Okay, it looks like... Wow, there's all kinds of stuff. It looked like that glow pad took a lot of these dudes out. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay. Jewel encrusted. That's a very good mod to see. That means that the item will sell for a lot more. I don't usually even bother using short bows. They're just terrible. And you can see there's wet engraved furs. If ever you see engraved stuff, well, that's cool. If you mouse over it, it automatically gives it to you, so you don't have to look at it. I like that. But yeah, if you see engraved or painted stuff, always make sure you look at it because it will give you Sultan lore. Alright, moving on. Steel Kukri. I believe that does more than the bronze dagger. It definitely does. Equip auto. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Never trust equip auto. Well, I guess now we can at least directly compare them. Yeah, it does a lot more. Yeah, so that's the short blade that we want. Kukri. And then we will equip our longsword again. There we go. So now we're marginally stronger than we were before. And then these archers usually have a limited amount of ammo. And once they run out, they will charge you. Alright. And one more snapjaw. Two-handed sword. We're not using two-handed swords, and the bark armor not only weighs a lot, but doesn't have DV. We're still looking around for crocs. There's a croc. Going to tap 5. I don't remember if I explained that yet, but you can pass a turn by tapping 5 on the number pad. We'll let him come to me so I can get the first attack. And you know what? Why not flurry? It's been a while since we flurried anything. Alright. Alright, there's another croc. That's good. That's what we like to see. Alright. That's good. We did crack our tunic, although cracked armor, cracked equipment does repair itself slowly over time. I have no idea how that works. But there you go. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? Can't see. Don't know where my character is. L? Okay, I'm down there. Wait till morning time. Although I'm going to assume that that's Croc is dead. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There's a snapjaw with a musket. Or a shotgun, I guess. It did hit me. Although it was so far away. What's going on? What are you fighting? What? Okay. They took it out for me. The pump shotgun. I don't think I have any shells. I can sell it, so I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna use it. Shotgun is almost as useless as the short bow, in my opinion. Alright. Yeah, these dragonflies are... There's a stun rod. We can sell that. So the other thing about snapjaws is a lot of times they drop equipment that can have cells, which can be super useful. Here's a chest. I'm going to take both these things. And then I'm actually going to take the chest itself, because I plan on setting up a base of operations somewhere. Alright. Come here, you. A steel battle axe. That would be nice if we were going battle axes, but we're not. I'll just look at some of these corpses. Mostly, oh, we can wear that. We can wear that. Cool. We got pretty good DV, I'll say. Okay. Let's see if we can take this guy on. We will flurry you. Alright. That wasn't that bad. Really, we should probably pick some slime up for emergencies, but we'll be alright. I think. Let's get out of the slime. Really don't like slime. There's a shrine. Nice. And so now... I think I want jab. And then next time we're going to have to get... I mean, we don't have to, but I would like to get long blade. Yeah. Did I look at that shrine? Did I just pass the shrine up? Okay. Another croc. Alright, so we're level 4. And it's about that time. What do I see? A croc. Well, it's got to make it through all of these glow pads. I don't think. Yeah. So about level 4 is when I like to venture towards the deserts. Ooh, what do we have here? Yeah, so some rituals require other liquids besides water. Barathromites usually require oil. At least the tinkers anyway. And we do not have any oil at the moment. Nothing super crazy. I guess we can take up some of these things. I usually don't, but I guess we really need cash. Can't go that way, so we're at the very south of the map. We're as far south as you can get. Alright. We're just going to make a mad dash towards the desert. It's good to see crocs, but we're starting to get to the point where crocs aren't super good sources of XP. You can see that, I mean, the XP bar, it moved quite a bit, but still nowhere near as much as it used to be. So wait till morning, pass a bit of time, and here we are in the desert. So I'm gonna press minus to go to the world map, and just kind of see where we're at. So yeah, we're at the very bottom. So we actually are aligned, I believe, if I hit L to look. Oh, we're almost aligned with the stilts, but that's okay. We're on a pretty direct course. Now you can move on this overworld map. I'm not going to. I want to kind of see what all we can get into on the way there. It's a good way to get geared up, get a lot of experience. It can also be dangerous. In my opinion, early game around levels 5 to 10, maybe even up to 12. It's really good risk-reward balance to come over to the desert and just have a look around. You can also hold Alt on this map as well, and it'll highlight some stuff for you. And then you can, of course, mouse over right-click to see some stuff. That's one of the historic sites that we found. I think the only one, because I don't see any more on here. This is Scary Land over here. We'll stay away from there for a while. But yeah, this is going to be our next destination. So I'm going to hit plus to go back into the map at our current location. Well, I guess we can go to the center. And the other cool thing about the desert is it's very open. The whole map is open. There's usually not anything obscuring the map. So if you see something scary on the other side of the map, you can just turn around and nope right out. So I believe this is the center, right? Yeah, current location is center. And we still got to wait for our skill points. We still have a attribute point to spend if we need it. We don't need it just yet. And I think I'm going to end the episode here. Went on a little bit longer than I would have liked, but kind of had to get started and explain everything. So yeah, in the next one, we're going to tackle this desert and see what kind of fun we can get into, make our way to the stilt, maybe go back to getting to some of those quests. Might save that for another episode. We will see. But either way, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.